friends, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Christine and I'm going to be doing a must-needed project. I am going to be canning up some applesauce. I have in the crock pot all day long and it is a hot and steamy day today, so I'm not going to steam the house up that much by using my Presto Digital Canner. So you can pressure can with this as well, which I have a video on that, but you can also do the boiling water method with this. So I need to get this done and I thought I'd bring you with while I did it, so come on with. Okay, we're gonna get this ready. So right now I'm putting in 3 quarts of water because I'm gonna get these jars starting to warm up while I get the applesauce all churned up into the consistency that I want. Here's the 3rd one. And then you just want to double check. There is a line in there that you want to make sure and fill it up to. It's a little bit shy. I'm just going to dump a little bit of that in there. There we go. And then let's check it out. Okay, so I'm going to continue with the directions for the boiling water canning method. So right now I've got the 3 quarts of water into the pot, and then I'm going to get this plugged in. Okay, it's plugged in and it is showing pressure can right now, which we do not want. We're going to be doing the boiling water method, and so it says right here that it's going to state pressure can, so we're going to turn the knob to boiling water can. So I'm going to turn the knob and it says boiling water can right there. And then the number 5 lights up. Oh, I got to hit select. So I'm going to hit select. So the number 5 shows up. Rotate the knob to adjust the time for the recipe and the jar size. And so right now I'm processing pints for 15 minutes. And actually I'm doing half pints, and I'm going to turn it to the 15. So this holds 10 half pints or 8 regular pints. So I'm going to do 10 of the half pints. I just like the smaller size. So I'm going to turn that to 15 minutes. And then I'm going to hit enter, and then it's going to say insert the jars. Okay, insert jars. Okay, so I'm going to be inserting 10 jars, and these are the half pint ones. They're freshly washed, sanitized. Let's see how they all fit in here. I've only done the bigger jars. I think oh boy, I'm gonna have to pour the water in right away to get them to stay down. So this is real life, folks. I'm hoping I'm not cracking any. Okay, so lesson learned on the smaller jars. You need to fill them before you set them in so they don't fall over. Okay, 2 more. Pretty sure I got enough water in those. Okay. And then, so I've got we're up to the insert jars area. Remove regulator from the canning cover, which I have off right here. And then we're going to lower the sensor. So I'm going to place the cover on the canner and lock it. Confirm gasket is on sensor. And then lower the arm and turn the green latch. Okay. So you're installing it, turning it, lowering it, and turning that knob. Okay. And next we're going to press this button down below here. So right now we are in the warming phase, and I am going to go and get my applesauce ready. Okay, so I am going to use my Immersion blender, which I picked up at Goodwill for $4.99, and it literally was like brand new in the box. all the pieces were there. So I did rinse off and use this once before. So I'm going to get this locked into place. Okay, locked into place, Hamilton Beach. I'm gonna get it plugged in and lift the lid off. I've been cooking these all day. My house smells amazing. Right, honey? Okay, it's pretty chunky. I do normally like my applesauce chunky, but I am going to try something new here. So I'm gonna use this to mush it down the best I can. Wow. So I have to say, where has this been my whole life? All right, so now next we are just waiting for the jars to finish warming up, and then I'm going to get the hot product in the hot jars, and then we are going to do the boiling water method. Kind of quick, fast, and easy on a warm day in the summertime here. I had to use up these apples before they went bad, so I have some dehydrating downstairs, and then this is what I've done with the rest. I just added some cinnamon and some lemon juice, and that's it. No sugar, anything else. So we'll see you in a minute when these jars are ready. Okay, so the filled jars just came on, so we're gonna open this up and get the jars out. Okay, let's get these jars out. I'm opening this up. Turning. You always want to open it away from you. Okay, those are nice and warmed up. So I've got my grabber. And where to start here? So I'm dumping them out. And then I'm going to double check that line that you're supposed to fill up to as I'm emptying these out. So we'll see if it's filled too high with water. Okay, so it does look like it's a little bit too high in here, so I'm going to grab my quart-sized jar and just kind of ladle some out. I'm just trying to make sure that there's only 3 quarts in here up to the line. One more maybe. So this is all the extra water that was probably inside the jars. Okay, that looks good now. All right, let's continue. Okay, let's get filling. So I've got this one filled, and I'm just going to continue filling. Leave about a ½ inch of headspace in the smaller jars, and we are going to be able to do 10 of them in this batch. And you definitely want to wipe the edges once you're to that point, because this is naturally sticky and gooey. I have my little tray. I should have got a bigger one. So this one looks like it's got a little bit too much. I'm going to scoop some out. Well, I have 10 jars warmed up. I'm just kind of looking at this. I'm not sure how many I'm going to fill, because I just kind of had to use up some apples that were going to go bad. So I wanted to do what I love best. I love applesauce. I love having the smaller jars around to give as personal gifts as well. So think about that as you're making the different sauces and things. You can tie a little ribbon around this very easily and give it as a gift. It's kind of like the jams and jellies and things like that, but applesauce, I mean, who doesn't like applesauce? The height on these are looking good. And then, so once I'm done with all these, I go with my little bubble popper around the edges, and then we'll wipe all the edges. This is very smooth applesauce from that Immersion blender. I'm so happy with that. I just can't believe I ended up finding one. I was kind of on the lookout always when I'm thrifting, and this one was such a great deal. Right. So I got these apples all in the slow cooker this morning, and it's been cooking in the house and making it smell delicious all day. And I did stir them probably every hour and a half or so. I set my little gal to come on and tell me when to stir. All right, I think this is gonna be about it. Okay, well, I'm gonna have a couple spoonfuls for fun. So next is I need to wipe the rims on all of them. So I'm too short, so I have 8 total, which is fine. And I'm just gonna do one by one, wiping the rims and getting the lids on. And I just take regular vinegar, especially when something like this is as sticky as it is. Actually, you know what? Before I do the vinegar, I'm going to do the bubble popping. Kind of always forget that. This is pretty runny, so I don't think I have to do too much, but I'm still going to go around the edges. So this is my new favorite contraption, besides my immersion blender that you just saw. This Presto can do pressure canning and, as you're seeing right now, regular canning. So for boiling water. Right now, the sticky part. And like I said, just regular regular vinegar to go around the edges. And then you just want to finger tight. So not like crazy tight, but just finger tight. And then this is the time where you're always checking to make sure your jars have no cracks in them and that your lids are in good shape with no dents. Some people do warm these up. I'm not. I've never really come across an instance where I have warmed them up. I think maybe one time, and these do have lemon juice in them already, so I feel like the acidity level is just fine in them. And you can't taste the lemon juice at all. So it is full on cinnamon, and you can add less cinnamon, you can add more cinnamon. I didn't really measure, I just looked at the consistency and the color that I wanted and let them cook all day. So we're kind of more of a cinnamon house here. We like cinnamon. And then I'm gonna get this going. It's definitely a hot, steamy day today, but I just really needed to get this done. And I thought this was the best way, using this machine instead of using the actual stove and heating the whole house up. This is just kind of a little bit partial heating up. Okay. Last one. All right, and now let's get them in the canner. Okay, so we are putting these 8 jars in. I didn't quite have enough for 10. And I do have my little hot pot going right now because you have to make sure and put enough water in, boiling water, so that it's over 1 inch over the top of the head of the jars here. So I'll see how much water I do have. And I'm just kind of grabbing and putting them in. It normally can hold up to 10, but I only had enough product for 8. Okay, so I've got them in a circle and then one in the middle, and this is just about boiling. Here, fill jars. Pour boiling water into canner so water level is 1 inch above the jars. So what step we're on. And there we go. And I should have enough here. And I'm just pouring. Not sure if that's an inch. I think I'm going to do one more batch of water quick. Okay, we are ready to test this out. There definitely is not an inch of water. I took my bubble popper out, so I'm glad I went one more step here. No, I just got a little bit left. Okay, so we officially have 1 inch of water above the jars. Right here, water level is above the jars. Place the cover on the canner and lock. Lower the sensor arm and turn the green latch clockwise to lock in place, which is pretty normal. So we line it up here, lock, we push this down, and turn. So that's locked. And then we are going to press the advance button, which is here, and then heat lights up. So right now we've got 15 minutes on the heat, and then what's going to happen after that, it said heat lights up, that's processing time. Once the boiling water canning temperature is reached, the unit will beep twice and canning will light up. Timer begins counting down. When processing time expires, the canner beeps 4 times. So we'll get to this next step. Right now we're on phase 4 out of the 6 phases. Okay, so it's showing canning now. So we got 14 minutes left, and which we are right here, step number 4. And then we'll move on to step 5 when it's all done. And then it's going to say done at the end once it's done cooling, and we'll be all done. Okay, the timer just went off, and now it's on to cool, which is the next step. So it's going to say cool in 5 minutes. Hey Google, turn off timer. I was timing it. And then as soon as it's cool, we can take the lid off. It says done. Press and hold X for 3 seconds. All right, so we're getting there. Okay, so it's beeping that it's done. And then the next step, okay, it beeped 10 times. So it says press and hold for 3 seconds, the X. And that's it. So I am going to, I can still hear it bubbling inside, so I'm actually just gonna let them finish cooling for a while, just because it is such a hot day, and then take this off in a little while. Okay, so the rumbling has stopped, so I'm fairly certain that it is officially not boiling anymore, so I'm gonna open this up, I'm gonna crank this, pull that back. I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to open it away from myself. There we go. And then I'm going to pull these out, and we're going to let them sit for 24 hours. Just like normal. And the last one. Okay. So yeah, that is the digital pressure canner from Presto. And you can do the pressure canning or the boiling water method. We use the quick start guide, so the boiling water canning method. On the other side was the pressure canning method, which I did do another video on. And yeah, we're gonna let these cool down and get the video closed up. Okay friends, it wasn't that hard to do, was it? So I had my apples in the crock pot all day, scooped them out, did the regular water bath can method, but in my digital canner. So what a lifesaver on a really hot day where I didn't have to steam up the house too much. So I appreciate you stopping by my little channel. And if you like videos like this, hit that like and subscribe. And if you have any questions about the unit, just list them below and I'll try to answer them the best I can via the booklet. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you next time on Christine's Routines. Take care and God bless. Oh, Nelly. Make it to where it is not steaming up my house as much. Almost made it through. Can you hear that? Can you hear my Berkey dripping in the background? Maybe. Might have to do this somewhere else. And it's pretty slight, that's fine. Hey friends, welcome back. My name is Christine. I gotta put in their kitchen. I gotta get you in my kitchen.